integrity, honesty, dependability.
It's been 40 years. I should be paying him versus him paying me for the experience.
It's hard being a son working for a father, but I would not be where I'm at today without working for him.
I was born in Walterboro, South Carolina, Carleton County, in 1943. My father was a farmer, and he also was in the logging business. My father was a great guy. He gave me and taught me the best of work ethics and the way to accomplish things and get things done and done right. My mother was a housewife. She was a beautiful woman, a lovely lady, and she did everything to make everybody happy in the family. After high school, my father said, "George, I want you to go off and get an education and get a job with a white shirt and a tie." I left out to go to the University of Georgia my freshman year with tears in my eyes. My mother was crying, my daddy was crying, my uncle was there, he was crying, my sister was clapping. Hooray. I met a young lady through a blind date, and we just loved at first sight, and 6 months I was married at the end of my junior year. After I graduated from the University of Georgia, we had what they call a career day. I had a company called Darren Milligan offered me more money to come to work with them as a management trainee than the other companies offered. My wife asked me, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going with the company who's offering me the most money. They must see something in me the rest of them didn't." While I was there, I had one of the plant engineers come to me, said, "George, I need you to help me with something." This is a plant engineer. And I said, "What can I help you with?" He says, "I've been assigned a project to reduce the amount of the waste in this company." And I came back to him after several weeks and told Dave Rose, the engineer, I said, "Dave, I got some good information. Based on all the information I got through purchases and everything, I can show you how to save 25% on what it's costing you, to reduce your cost 25% out of this particular plant." I said, "But I got another proposition for you." He said, "What's that?" I said, "I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna do this full time."
He started in Walterboro and then eventually moved to Charleston with the waste company because there was only so much growth in that business in Walterboro.
It's in vogue now, but back in those days it was not in vogue. It was garbage. You could see the leadership in him from day one, and you knew he meant business. George has been way in front of all the other waste companies, just had an ability and a knack for knowing where the industry was going.
It evolved where my father was a privately held company and actually became and grew it to be the largest privately held company in the state of South Carolina in service and waste.
His entrepreneurial spirit, first with Fennell Container Company and then with all of the hospitality business that he's in, it's kind of unusual for somebody to do it as well as he's done it and as successful as he's done it once. He's done it numerous times.
When I got in business for myself, I applied all those goals that I tried to achieve when I was working on the farm. And the biggest thing was, trying to educate young people to do it and do it right and do it the best they can, or don't do it at all.
For an employee standpoint, he's a player's coach, which means that he's right in there with us.
He's got a tree of very successful waste professionals in this industry it's pretty significant.
To this day, I have so many people calling me on a regular basis, Christmas time especially, sending cards. They used to work for me 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and just sending me cards, thanking me for everything. They miss me, want to see me, and it makes me feel good.
George is very philanthropic. He hasn't taken all this money that he's made and just frivol it away. He's done God's work.
The Lord has been there for me. The Lord's been my leader. The Lord's been my co-pilot.
There's very few people in the state has had an impact in waste as what he has. He was I think only one or two inductees in the state of South Carolina to the National Solid Waste Hall of Fame.
He's a competitor and enjoyed and still enjoys being in the game.
He didn't really ask for this, didn't really know about this award, but I think, no more person better deserving.
I couldn't think of anybody better that would deserve this more than George Fennell.
There's so many other people in South Carolina that are well qualified to receive this prestigious award too, and I feel honored to be just part of that group that's there and hoping for the future group.